Hey everyone, good to see you back here. In the last video, we kicked things off with a pretty simple idea, taking a regular phone charger and turning it into the base for building an antenna. Today, I'm going to take that a step further, walk you through what I've done, and show you how a small idea can actually turn into something useful. Just sit back and follow along. I'll break it down step by step. And if you're new here, don't worry. I'll catch you up so you won't miss anything. We're just having some fun with this. But who knows, it might turn into something surprisingly practical. I've got an extra roll of cable here, and we're going to cut it into 2 pieces, each about 60 centimeters long, to use as the antenna arms. But don't rush into building just yet. If you want, you can skip ahead and check out the results first. Then come back here and follow along with me. No pressure, take it easy. Once we've cut 2 pieces of coaxial cable, each about 60 centimeters long, the next step is to take a knife and strip off the outer layer. What we want to keep is just the copper core inside. That's the part that actually conducts. Take your time with this step. No need to rush, because a little patience here makes things a lot cleaner. Don't worry, I've already edited this part down, so the process goes by quickly. It won't take up much of your time. And that's it for prep work. Now, all we need to do is take any end of each copper wire and connect them to the 2 points where they need to go on the circuit. It's a pretty straightforward step, as long as you keep a steady hand. Before you start soldering everything in place, make sure to use a bit of flux. It helps the solder stick better, keeps the joint cleaner, and makes the work easier. Just a little is enough to make a difference. And trust me, you'll notice it right away. One more thing I'd recommend is using solder wire with flux in it. It makes your joints stronger, cleaner, and they just end up looking a lot more professional. Practically speaking, with flux built in, the solder flows better. You get fewer cold joints, improved conductivity, and much less corrosion over time. That means fewer reworks, more stable connections, and a longer lasting build. If you're new to soldering, this will save you from a lot of little mistakes and a good chunk of repair time later. Definitely worth giving it a try. Now it's time to solder everything in place. Take it slow, steady your hands, and focus on each joint. Once you finish soldering, make sure to double-check everything. Confirm that each joint is solid before moving on to the next step, so you don't have to go back and fix anything later. In this step, we'll slide 2 pieces of heat-shrink tubing onto the ends of the copper wires, right over the solder joints. Then carefully heat them so they shrink around. This protects the joints, prevents short circuits, and makes the connections more durable. Next, we'll put the circuit back into its proper position. To put the cover back in place, I'll drill 2 small holes in it. These holes let the 2 copper wires connected to the circuit pass through neatly and safely. Securing it with hot glue will prevent the cover from popping off. It keeps everything firmly in place and ensures stability during use. Once the cover is securely fixed, the next step is to bend the 2 copper cores into a spring shape using a pen. Make sure to leave a short section of the wire ends, because we'll add a small metal piece that both improves the look and extend the antenna arms. Hang tight for a moment. I'm just going to adjust the antenna arms first. Alright, I've finished adjusting it. So now we can move on to the decoration step. I've got 2 metal washers here to attach to the antenna arms. From an aesthetic point of view, they look a bit worn but still quite nice. Scientifically, they still work well, providing a stable connection and effective signal conduction. One important thing to keep in mind: make sure all your connections are solid. If they're loose or wobbly, the antenna won't pick up signals consistently, and overall performance will drop significantly. I've got a power outlet here to serve as the base for this antenna setup. Before plugging in the charger unit, we'll remove the cover from the outlet, then attach one end of the coaxial cable so it can connect directly to the TV. I'll make use of the coaxial cable we just prepared for this connection. And that's it. Now we'll put the outlet cover back on, then take care of the remaining end of the cable. This is a straight F connector and a 90-degree F connector. We'll connect the remaining end of the cable directly to them. The goal is for this end to link straight to the TV. And that's it. Our homemade antenna is complete. Now, let's start testing it to see how well it works. I'll be keeping a close eye on the signal, checking for stability and quality to see if it meets our expectations. Look at that. Just a few seconds after plugging it in, the screen is showing a signal. Pretty amazing, right? So we've completed our homemade antenna using very simple materials: a phone charger, some copper wires, heat shrink tubing, hot glue, and a few small tricks with solder flux and solder wire. The process was fun and also teaches you how to make solid, reliable connections. As for how it works, the copper arms capture the signal and send it directly to the TV through the coaxial cable. This ensures a more stable signal while keeping the device compact. Every little step, bending the antenna arms, securing the cover, connecting the cable, using heat shrink and hot glue matters. Just a bit of care makes a huge difference in the final result. Small tips like using flux, solder wire, or adjusting the antenna arm's length make the process smoother and more effective. And always make sure your connections are solid and double check before plugging in, because safety always comes first. If you're new to this, don't hesitate to try it at home. Honestly, building something like this helps you understand how signals work and gives you the satisfaction of creating something useful with your own hands. Seeing it work on the screen, that feeling is fantastic. I encourage you to experiment, tweak a little, and get creative. Small projects like this help you learn, and they give you tangible results to enjoy. Thanks so much for watching all the way through. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and leave a comment sharing your experience. I love seeing your creative ideas and will answer your questions. I hope this tip helps you learn, experiment, and create something cool in your own home. See you in the next video, and don't forget, keep experimenting, stay creative, and have fun with your little projects.